Namaskaram. We are in Mahabharatam. We in the Sabhaparvam, we were at a place where Sage Narada arrived to see the Sabha and also to meet the Pandavas, give them some advices, and if they had any query, to reply to them. So Narada started by giving Yudhishthira some tips on good administration. That chapter is difficult in the sense it is it's not explicit. For example, I will read the Malayalam. നിന്ന വൃത്തിയിൽ നിൽപ്പിയിലെ ധർമാർത്ഥം ചേർന്നു മൂന്നിലും ഇറ്റ്സ് ഓൺലി സൈസ് മൂന്ന് ത്രീ ആറൻറ്റ് യു വെൽ വേഴ്സ്ഡ് ഇൻ ദ ത്രീ അർത്ഥത്താൽ ധർമ്മമോ പിന്നെ ധർമ്മത്താൽ അർത്ഥമോ പരം ബോധിപ്പിയിലല്ലി രസമാം കാമത്താൽ ഇതു രണ്ടുമോ ദീസ് ടു അർത്ഥം ധർമ്മം കാമമിവ മൂന്നും വിജയിയാം വിഭോ ദീസ് ത്രീ ദെൻ ലേറ്റർ ഓൺ ഏഴുപായങ്ങളും ചേരുമാറു രാജഗുണങ്ങളും the 7 tactics. Which are the 7 it doesn't say. And ബലാബലത്തോടും നോക്കിക്കാൻ മീലേ 14 don't you take care of the 14 strengths. It goes like that. So it's very difficult to explain these things. I don't know. The original Sanskrit, which has got an interpretation by the famous Nilakantha Shastrikal, that goes into these details. When it comes to on other parts of Mahabharata, it's mainly the text. Maybe one word is explained in a footnote by the interpreter. But this chapter, there is, for one line of the text, the rest of the page is all explanation. This expansion of such concepts. So Narada, to begin with, gave Yudhishthira some tips on Rajadharma. It is Rajadharma Anushasanam. It is advice on Rajadharma, the tips on administration, Rajadharma. And then Narada goes into on Yudhishthira's query, which are all the other famous sabhas you have seen. Though Narada describes starting with chakras, that is Indras, and then Yama, Varuna, and Vaishravana, and then finally Brahma. These are together in a chapter called, in a parva called Lokapala Sabha Akhyana Parvam. Lokapalas are the guardians of the different directions. The east has got Indra as the guardian, south has got Yama, west is Varuna, and the north is Vaishravana, the king of riches, the lord of riches. And above, the world above is Brahma. Actually, all the 4 corners also have their guardians. Agni on the southeast, Nidruti on the southwest, then Vayu on the northwest, and Ishana on the northeast. So, but anyway, here Narada gives only about these 4 directions and the world above. And having explained this, Narada concludes that the one built by Maya for Yudhishthira that excels all of them. And before going back, Narada suggested to Yudhishthira that it is time for him to perform a Rajasuyam. Rajasuyam is a long ceremony. It is something like Ashwamedham, Rajasuyam, both are done by kings. Rajasuyam is done first on installation as the king. Soon he can do. And then he is recognized as a king. And then later on, when he becomes a powerful king and he wields over all the neighboring kingdoms, then he is entitled for Ashwamedha. Now Yudhishthira is advised by Narada to perform Rajasuyam. But it is very elaborate. It lasts a couple of years' time. And it's very expensive. And then Yudhishthira is tempted. He asks his brothers, they all concur on him that it is good, it is time for to do. And Yudhishthira sent an emissary to Dwaraka, inviting Krishna to Indraprastham to consult him on this issue. Yudhishthira being elder to Krishna, he can ask Krishna to visit him. Others, Bhima could do the same, but Arjuna and others probably would go to Dwaraka and would inquire there. Krishna also said, yes, it's a good idea to do Rajasuyam. But Rajasuyam also involves possible fight with neighboring kingdoms. If Rajasuya is performed and when emissaries are sent, then the neighboring kingdoms can get into a dispute and it might end in a fight. So Krishna said, before starting Rajasuyam, you make sure that all our neighboring kingdoms are on our side. They will not oppose. In that, the most important is Jarasandha, who rules Magadha. Indraprastham is around Delhi, and Magadha is the present day South Bihar. So it is that is how geographically they are separated. So Krishna said that it's important. And Krishna lives in Dwaraka, which is an island in Gujarat, present day Gujarat. There is a town apparently in the atlas called Dwaraka. I haven't been there. So Krishna said Jarasandha is a troublesome person. He is very powerful and haughty. He doesn't easily give in to others because he wants his supremacy. And the reason Krishna, who was originally in Mathura, left Mathura and built a palace in the sea was because of Jarasandha. Jarasandha invaded Krishna 17 or 18 times. And Krishna had to accept defeat on all those times. And finally, getting fed up, he left the place and came to Dwaraka. So Krishna said, it's not an easy thing to win over Jarasandha in straight battle. Krishna tried and failed. Apparently, Jarasandha has got such a powerful army that even if the Pandavas fought with him for 300 years, they couldn't have exhausted the army. And not only that, he was so powerful that he dominated all the neighboring kingdoms. They were either friendly with him or they were ruled by Jarasandha. So it's a very difficult task. But they could try, and they should try through some tricks. In the sense, first of all, forget about direct invasion. And what Krishna suggested was, Krishna with Bhima and Arjuna should go to Jarasandha disguised as Brahmins. There is a point, because Brahmins are easily given entry. So that way they could get entry and go to Jarasandha face to face and win the respect as Brahmins. And then Krishna has some idea how to approach him. So this was explained, and Yudhishthira agreed, though Yudhishthira was a bit worried because Krishna and Arjuna were his two main warriors in case a war breaks out. Jarasandha had, before that we should go into the birth of Jarasandha. Jarasandha's father was named Brihadratha, who ruled Magadha. He was a powerful king, good king. He had married the two daughters of the king of Kashi. They were good queens, and they lived happily for many years, but he got no sons. So he tried everything possible. Putrakameshti, which is done specifically for the purpose of children, nothing helped. So we will first go into the birth of Jarasandha. We are stopping here now, the time is out, time is up. So we will continue next day with Jarasandha's birth and then proceed. Namaskaram.